Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a favourites video, and over the last couple of months I've kind of found some new products that, well, they're not new, but they're new to me, that I haven't talked about before in previous favourites videos, so I thought I would show you because I have been loving them all. Normally I kind of try to do a bit of a mixture of stuff in my favourites videos, but this one is very makeup heavy, to be honest. They're all makeup related, but I mean, this channel is mostly makeup anyway, so I'm sure that is fine. So let's get straight into showing you the products. So the first things I've been loving are these little sponges, most of which are horrifically dirty. I'm terrible at washing my brushes and sponges. I'm very lazy when it comes to that kind of thing. But I got these in a little pack of 4 in a birch box, and they're just little mini kind of beauty blenders. They're by Ecotools, so they're not proper beauty blenders, they're like beauty sponges. But I think the idea behind them is they're all different colours to go with different colour correctors. So you've got like an orange one, a green one, a lavender one, and kind of a peachy coloured one. Well, it was peach before I covered it in makeup anyway. So I haven't really been using these for colour correctors. I've been using the green one a little bit, but as you can probably tell by the colour of all of them, I have been using them just for like concealer and things. Mostly under my eyes. I was using my Real Techniques like Miracle Complexion Sponge before, and I just didn't find that my concealer was applying that nicely. Like, especially I couldn't get properly under my eyes with it, and I just wasn't liking the way it was applying with that. So I'd kind of got into just using my fingers for my concealer, which was fine, but I don't always like doing my makeup with my fingers. So when I got these, I thought I would try them out to use in my under eyes, and I have to say I really like them. They're really nice soft little sponges. They fit really nicely under the eyes because they're small, and they just seem to blend out my concealer really nicely. I found since I've been using these, my concealer hasn't looked as creasy, so that is good because I do have problems with my concealer creasing under my eyes. So yes, I'm not 100% sure how much these are, but because I got them in a birch box, I didn't actually buy them myself, but I would highly recommend them, and I'll try and find a link to them somewhere and leave that in the description box below. Whilst we're on the subject of under eye concealer, the next product I've been loving is this, which is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and I have talked about this on my channel before. I got it when I was doing my full face of e.l.f., kind of testing e.l.f. video, and when I first used this I really didn't like it. I think I kind of said it wasn't very good in that video, but since I've kind of used it a bit more, and I have to say I do really like it now. I mainly use it under my eyes. It's just quite a lightweight concealer, so it's not too heavy, not as creasy as a more like heavy concealer like the Shape Tape, but it still has a decent level of coverage. I don't have the worst dark circles in the world, so I'm not someone that needs like mega full coverage, but I do like having a bit of coverage there just to kind of even things out a little bit. So yes, I am glad I gave this another go, and now I have learnt to love it. I would definitely recommend this. Also, staying on kind of the under eye concealer area, I have been loving the RCMA No Colour Powder. I'm sure most of you have heard of this because it's not talked about as much now, but I know probably a few months ago this was like a really hyped up product. Like I said, I've been having a lot of trouble with my concealer creasing under my eyes, and this is the best powder I have tried so far for my under eyes. I was finding either powders just wouldn't make a difference and it'd still crease, or it would make them look like really dry and crusty. So this is somewhere in the middle. It really kind of sets the concealer nicely so my under eyes don't crease as much, but it doesn't make my under eyes look too dry. It was a flip up between trying this and the Laura Mercier one. I'm glad I tried this because this one is a lot cheaper, and I'm really pleased with how it performs. The only thing I do hate about it is the packaging. It's really awkward to like get the product out of this thing, and I always make a mess, but I guess that's a small price to pay. So yes, I've been loving this one. Another product I have been loving is this, which is the Ordinary Coverage Foundation. I also did a video about this a little while ago. I'll try and link that below as well, and I love this foundation. I think it is brilliant. This colour is a little bit dark for me, which is a shame. It matched me nicely when I first got back off holiday and I wore it while I was on holiday, but now kind of the colour's fading now as it's getting more and more into winter. It doesn't really match me that well, which is a shame, but it just has such a lovely formula. It's got a really good level of coverage, but it's not a really heavy looking thick foundation. For me, I just find that this glides on, it covers up everything, it looks really smooth, and it lasts really, really well. So I really love this, and it's only around the £5 mark. So, I mean, I can't complain about this at all really, apart from the colour doesn't suit me that well, but never mind. So the next item is a bit of a cult classic product. It is the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I don't know how, but until about a month ago I'd never ever tried this. I think I was living under a rock maybe, but yeah, I was looking for a new bronzer because I didn't really have one I loved, so I thought I'd give this a go, and I just love this stuff. I can see why people rave about it so much. It's just the right level of pigmented for me, meaning that it goes on nicely and gives me a nice wash of colour, but it doesn't completely make me look tangoed or anything. So it doesn't take ages to build up a bit of colour, but it's also nice how it's not too pigmented where you can put too much on and then have to spend ages blending it out. So yes, I really like this one, and I also like the fact that it is a matte bronzer. I really like matte bronzers. I'm not so into my shimmery ones. So yes, I'm sure most of you have probably tried this one, but if you haven't, then I would highly recommend giving it a go. So the final two items I'm going to kind of roll into one because they're like from the same collection, and I did a video recently on these as well. These are the Soph by Makeup Revolution palettes. I have been absolutely obsessed with these. I think they are brilliant. So in case you haven't seen it, I'll just show you what each of the palettes looks like. So this is the eyeshadow palette. In terms of the colours, I just think there's such a good selection. Like, you've got most of your kind of neutral colours up here, lots of mattes, a kind of more warmer toned mattes here, and then a nice range of shimmery colours and some darker colours, and like a couple of more unusual colours like the purple and the green, and I just think they are really, really gorgeous. For a £10 palette, the formula is incredible. Like, I really wasn't expecting these to be as good as they are. I am wearing it at the moment, if you can see, probably not that well behind my glasses, but they are pigmented, they blend well, and I mean, for a £10 palette, for that amount of eyeshadows, that is incredible. I think Soph and Makeup Revolution have absolutely killed it with this. And I'm also loving the highlighter palette, which has 8 highlighters in a different range of shades. So these kind of colours I'm probably not going to use as much, but I feel like I can use probably 6 out of the 8 colours in this palette, which is awesome. But hopefully there are some colours in this palette that will match everybody, and they are just so gorgeous. You've got like the baked ones, which are more intense, and then the pressed ones, which aren't quite as intense, but they're still pretty blinding. I mean, if you watch Soph Does Nails, you'll know she likes a blinding highlight, and these are definitely that. And again, this is so affordable. This is an £8 palette, so it works out at £1 a highlighter, and they're pretty big pans as well. So this will probably last me a very long time, and yeah, I'm just really pleased and impressed with this little palette. And that is everything I have to show you. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favourite products are at the moment. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and maybe even subscribe if you'd like to see what else I have coming up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!